Hi, everybody. We are going to talk more about domain and range today. Yesterday, we talked about domain and range from mappings and from tables, from lists of points, relations, and we looked at some discrete functions or some discrete graphs where just had the dots where nothing was connected. And now we're going to look at continuous graphs. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Oh, pardon me. All right, so for domain from a continuous graph, again, your domain is your x values. That's what we're going to be focusing on. The domain is going to cover from left. I'm going to put this with big letters. The domain from left to right. So that's the numbers on the graph that go from left to right. We have 3 steps in order to get our domain and range in order. I'm going to move this up here. Boom. And so those steps are or include, you're going to highlight the furthest left edge and right edge of our graph. And I'll show you what I mean when we get to an actual graph, but we're going to make sure we have, I'm going to highlight this in red, highlight the left edge and that right edge. Our second step is going to be circling the 2 numbers on the x-axis, circling the 2 numbers on the x-axis. And then our third and final step is going to be write it like this. And it's going to look like left number that's going to be a less than sign, x less than right number. Now, the symbols on this are going to depend on some key factors. So these 2 symbols, I'm going to put a note over here. Depends on open or closed circles. Oops. So if it is an open circle, it gets a less than sign. If it is a filled in circle, it's going to get a less than or equal to sign. Okay, so if it's filled in, it gets a little line underneath. And that's going to be true for domain and for range. So we are going to see what this looks like. We are going to find the domain of the continuous graph for example 1. All right, so we are going to highlight the farthest point on the left and the farthest point on the right. Now, looking at those points, if you need to draw a line down to figure out where it went to -2. And this one goes down to 4. So we're going to put -2 and then 4 in our blanks. Now, the important part is what symbols do we have? So on the left-hand side, we have a closed circle. And a closed circle gets a less than or equal to symbol. On the right-hand side, we have an open circle. And that just gets the less than symbol. So -2, less than or greater than x, less than 4. So x is between -2 and 4. Okay, so I want you all to try example 2, and then we will continue with the range and finding the range.